Everyone, greetings with Valor. We're going to talk about in this video is we're going to talk about the importance of having those iron sights on your rifle no matter what type you got. Let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see behind me, I got the nice wood pile going, and just like wood is an old school way to heat your house, shooting irons on your rifle is not only an old school skill, but it's a necessary one. You know, when modern technology always puts things out, a lot of times people want to discard things that happened before and say, well, this new latest stuff or the technology will be able to solve the problems. Well, not necessarily so. I think everybody should learn how to shoot iron sights on their rifle, no matter what kind of rifle you have, no matter what kind of optic you have. You should learn how to do it with iron sights as well. You know, a lot of people that are against iron sights, or a lot of people that say you don't need them, probably never learned on them in the first place. I cannot tell you how many students that we've had come out here that have taken the class with iron sights. They can use whatever they want, but they elected to use iron sights. And after the class, they're very glad that they did it, building the confidence on it. Well, what's the point of the video here? The point of the video is to show you that this is one of my more famous rifles. Some of you guys have been there from the beginning on our channel. This rifle here is one of my favorite rifles. Name's Webster. There's a story behind that. You have to learn that one in person. But when we look at this rifle, guys, very simple. I just got a normal 16-inch rifle, aim point on there with backup irons or regular old iron sights. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because the other day I was out at the range and I had my rifle set up like this, and the rifle fell. I had a different light, and I showed you that in a previous video. I'll link to that. But anyway, I had to go back to the old tried and true way. But when my rifle fell, light mount broke. Had to put the normal one on there, and then notice that the brunt of the rifle that took the biggest part of the fall was the front area of the rifle right here on the front sight and all that. Optic was on there as well. So what happened is even though it took a fall, anytime that happens, if you're on your rifle long enough, you either set it up in a corner, or you set it up against something it's gonna fall. It shouldn't happen often, but we've been doing this. You know, I've been doing this over 25 years, so eventually you handle your gun, it's gonna fall over. When that happened, I just want to make sure everything's still good. So I went out and shot. Took my optic off and then put my irons up just like you see it, without any single adjustment, without touching it, without anything else. That's what happened, guys. Right there, the rifle held 0. That's an inch group from 100 yards. I do all my shooting from field positions. I mean, standing, kneeling, or prone. I don't use a shooting bench, and I don't recommend that you do either. I've never seen a shooting bench that anybody dragged along in a gunfight. So we use our field positions, standing, kneeling, and prone. So this is from unsupported prone, iron sights, 100 yards. Was able to hold 1 inch group. 0 didn't change at all. Now, to illustrate another point, because I took my optic off, put it back on, okay? A lot of times, you know, certain things will say it's a return to 0 and this and that. It may be a return to 0 at like 25 yards, maybe even 50. It's not going to return to 0 at 100 yards. And let me illustrate what I'm talking about. So when I put my optic back on and shot, this was my first group right here. I shot 3 shots. There's 2 through the same hole, then 1 up there. Same thing. Shot string number 2. Once again, 2 through the same hole, run right there. Just to give you an illustration there, it's under 1 inch. So then after I did my last sight adjustment, okay, I put like 4 down here, then put it up. And it was, you know, it started here, then made a down adjustment. It's too far. I always do bolt adjustments. And then brought it up. That's a 10-shot group right there, guys. So just to illustrate you, right, once again, unsupported prone. These things aren't returned to 0. You should always have iron sights on your rifle because they're not going to get really influenced that much if you let your rifle fall. I prefer a fixed front sight for a variety of reasons. Cover some of those reasons in my American Rifleman book. Also talk to you guys in class about why that's important as well. And so all these things are important. So if you're going to use your rifle, definitely learn how to shoot iron sights in case your optic fails or gets bumped out of adjustment or anything else that can go wrong with it. And always make sure you got the fundamentals to back that stuff up. If you found the information in the video helpful, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media. Those links are down below. And better yet, if you want to come out and learn how to actually use your rifle, learn how to get better, come out to Valor and we can help you. This is Reid Henrichs of Valor reminding you, lessons that we learn written on tombstones of others. We'll see you on the ridge.